Let's go. Let's get an Ichi ni. Everyone together, please. Ichi ni Sanda in chat. Please and thank you for AEW news. And of course, we give a freak out. So David Miz says WBD call is available for anybody. Zaslav said 25% HBO Max US viewership is programming from the cable networks, which includes sports. Bethel isn't a high IQ person. So right, we were right the whole time. Where's our apology? We demand apologies. We were right, so I'm right. So there you go. I was right so far time. Which includes sports, dude. 25% US viewership is programming from the cable networks, which includes sports. So yeah, it's just we've been dealing with here the entire time. And so BJ Bethel has done the typical wrestling journalist thing of replying to me but then blocking me because, yeah, he said that there's 500,000. And BJ Bethel sort of stooges where he got his whole thing from in the Dave Meltzer segment, and it's Dave Meltzer corroborated that like 500,000 number, and then Dave Meltzer never copped to corroborating that number. And then even now Andrew Zarian, or Andrew Jackass, as he's now known in the IWC, hey, that's Meltzer's fault, not mine. Andrew Zarian's even calling out the 500K. He's like, they'd be pissed. They'd be, who said it? Like, they'd be doing backflips if they were doing 500K. And it's like, exactly. So I'm an asshole. I say that and I'm an asshole. You say that and it's news and we're believing numbers. It's real numbers now, kid. Just tired of the, but it is what it is, man. So does Max consider AEW as sports? Here you go, man. So we covered this. Like, they are the brand that's sort of homeless. They don't really fit into either of the divisions, right? We covered it extensively on last Saturday's show or Wednesday's show, whatever it was. We covered how, you know, they're splitting into two public companies here. And they showed you what's under each umbrella. AEW is nowhere to be found, and AEW doesn't really fit in anywhere. And here's Meltzer said what with some observer, where it's like his wording. Okay, it says AEW as a television product is considered as entertainment and not sports on Max. It is listed on the sports page. So it's not listed on the sports page. And no one knows. Raj says WBD CEO David Zaslav saying sports has never really been a driver for HBO Max is going to be something to keep an eye on. If they drop sports from HBO Max, that would leave sports, which almost surely includes AEW, on the Global Networks brand. The Global Networks brand will inherit most of their remaining $37 billion in debt. So I'm not sure how serious of a play they can make for UFC TV rights. Raj is looking at the bigger picture here, and some people don't even get what he's getting at. Yeah. So Raj says they don't really have AEW listed anywhere. So this guy goes, but they consider it sports, but they're not listed on sports. So Raj just, again, points out something objective here, which isn't very good. And he says they don't really have AEW listed anywhere on their site that I can see. It's not under shows, sports, etc. But if you want to find it in the app, it's under sports. AEW, just do a streaming thing and be on their app and just don't even be on TV. I don't get why you're even on TV, right? Tony's just like artificially buying his way into the history books. That's all he's ever done. He's just sort of used his money to artificially place himself among the names of the Vince McMahons and the Eric Bischoffs and the Jim Crockett and the Jeff Jarrett's dad and who's that other guy? Paul Heyman is pretty cool, but he doesn't like me, so fuck him. But like, I used to like his shows, Dixie Carter, maybe, well, not her. He just like sort of artificially put himself in the history books, and it's just not looking good for AEW right now, man. So from the AEW press secretary number 2, Mr. 500K on Max, BJ Bethel, that AEW deal keeps growing. Now it's up to 200 million. So here's Bethel doubling down and saying shit like AEW signed a 3-year deal with WBD for its programming on TNT, TBS, and the HBO Max streaming network last fall. The deal, which was reported first by SC Scoops, is for around 175 to 200 million per year. No. Well, let's read this because he triples down. WBD had an option to extend the contract to a 4th year. So Switchblade says he doubles down. AEW Dynamite and Collision were added to Max streaming in January for the first months of the year was averaging around this fake number of viewers plus one metric with a deviation of positive, negative, blah, blah shit he's just doesn't understand and is wrong about, as we've chronicled here thus far. But hold on, there's more. But wait, there's more. So this dude says never reported or proven or verified anywhere. It being much smaller, hilariously, may end up being AEW saving grace. Switchblade says, to be fair, it's been reported multiple times. It's just the first time it's been reported at 200 million. So basically that came from Dave as well. Like it could be up if they extend. What Dave said is if they extend for the fourth year, then it will be 200 plus million, but it starts at 175 and then each year it goes up. If they extend it past the third year, it goes up to 200 plus. That's what Dave said. Again, I'm a fucking redact. I don't know why I retain this info because I fucking hate all this shit anyways. It's just Dave and them lying about it, why we talk about it. Speaking of AEW, though, and possibly lying, Shotzi Blackheart shares why AEW would be her top choice. Well, we know why. You'd get that bag and go for it. I just hope everyone goes and gets Tony Khan bucks. Maybe these WWE folks will, because Punk was like a lone ranger in there, you know? Maybe some of these WWE folks will like straighten it out and help make it more sports entertainment-y. But here's what Shotzi Blackheart had to say about joining AEW. And just so happens Elayna Black said, I'd love to go there. And Tegan Knox is now saying she'd love to go there. And just like all their vignettes came out on the same day, they're all saying they want to go to AEW on the same day. And as we covered in our miscellaneous news, it is hard for people to get booked right now. Abaddon, Tegan Knox is struggling to get booked. So,
you know, people leave WWE.
People have been priced out, you know, so that's why even Shotzi's probably seeing that. Well, I got a couple big dates there, but I mean, fuck, man, I'm seeing the writing on the wall here too. Let's go to AEW, a toot suite, you know?
They come back.
Yeah.
Are you hopeful that you'll be back? Do you think of that?
I mean, I would love to be back at WWE. I loved working there. I didn't love not working there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it was only when I wasn't being used that I was unhappy. But anytime I was being used, good time. Loved the locker room. Loved like everyone I was working for. So yeah, that's just it. I just don't want to go back and not work.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to be active.
Yes.
Are you open to being full-time with someone else?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the indie thing is cool, but you would prefer a home?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Like, you know, I love TNA. I love AEW. Like,
You watch them?
yes. Yeah. Always have.
Do you have a preference?
AEW.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I mean, for so many reasons. I love their freedom. I have a lot of friends there who are doing really awesome things. I've heard many stories of how Tony treats talent. So, yeah,
he gives you a shitload of money and leaves you alone and lets you do whatever the fuck you want. I mean, who wouldn't want to work there? I'd work there.
I do love that he really cares for his talent. That is super important to me. Yeah. And like hot girls get to make out with each other. So like, that's cool.
Okay.
And then everyone raged. Everyone just took that, oh, I want to go there because hot girls get to make out with each other. You fucking listen to the whole clip and it's just way different. Like that was her throwing it out there, trying to have a fun interview. And she threw that on as like an extra afterthought. She went into this deep thought about like, well, listen, I have friends. She took a minute to word things correctly, to not burn bridges or anything like that. Listen, Tony cares for talent. She gives a deep thought out minute and a half long thing. In 1 second, she blurts out, and hot girls get to make out there. And again, the wackos. Some of my fucking compadres even are like, oh, yeah, that really suits you to go make out. That's why you go there. And I'm like, is PWT Universe the only ones down with fucking the HLA, pal? Right? Like, are we the only ones down with this? Yes, Shotzi. Tony, sign her up quick. Book her against Mina right away, please. Maybe a 3-way with Tony, too. It'd be, you know what I'm saying? Could Sky Blue get in there? Can that work, you know? You guys get what I'm saying. Who cares? That was like an afterthought throwaway thing. When I saw everyone melting down, then I heard the clip because I watch Ariel Helwani show. I typically watch the wrestler interviews. Sometimes I'll watch a fighter. Depends who it is. And so I had listened to this prior, but I mean, why did everyone melt down about that? She just threw it in as like, I'm trying to be an entertaining. I'm not trying to be a boring ass fucking guest on your podcast. Do your thing, Shotzi. You go, girl. So moving along here, Nixon Newell talks about her interest in AEW. Because why the fuck wouldn't you?
I think you would do great creatively bumping into All Elite Wrestling. Have you had any interest there? Have they had any interest that you know of?
Not that I know of. I would love to go there. There's so many people there that I want to wrestle. Like I really want to tangle up with Tony again. I wrestled Tony for many years on the indies. So I'd like to, revisit that. There's just a lot of women there that I would love to wrestle. So I am more than willing, AEW, to talk about some stuff. Sorry, my dog just came in the room and please.
Okay, welcome.
So I might have to place her tail.
Acknowledge me.
Damn, he hit a fucking acknowledge me. That wasn't me.
Tail.
Acknowledge me.
You stole you son of a bitch.
Are you sure about that?
Next thing he'll be playing flutes. Who is this guy? 626. We need to watch this gentleman right here wrestling in the middle. I see you, Malcolm. You son of a bitch, stealing my fucking bit. How dare you?
Sometimes in life, you gotta be a hoe.
I'm joking. Shout this guy out. I like this guy. I like his vibe.
So I'm interested. I'd love to go there. But as far as I know, I don't think there's an interest from them, which is a shame. But I would love to go there.
Put my vote in.
Yeah.
Even Ring of Honor has an outstanding women's division right now. You fit in no matter where you go. So it just, I guess, like you said, there's a waiting game to it, but we're all rooting for you.
I appreciate it.
I would not want to be in Ring of Honor.
I want to wrestle everywhere and anywhere at this point. Like there's so many people that I want to wrestle in multiple different companies. My girlfriend wrestles for Ring of Honor quite frequently, or used to. So, I'd love to be able to wrestle her in a high stakes promotion. But, I really want to wrestle Ring of Honor. Like growing up as a wrestling fan, like you see all these companies like TNA, Ring of Honor, you want to wrestle everywhere and every way. Mm-hmm. So they are on my bucket list and I am completely open to offers. Because
yeah, it's fucked right now how WWE and AEW are like, what they're doing is turning it into like a 2-team monopoly a little bit, right? And it's like it's gonna be like a because AEW thinks they're playing in the big league, so they're not gonna fucking work with certain people because they're this and that is gonna get fucked. We need a third dude to come in and just like really shake shit up, man. Freddie Prinze.
I gotta tick them off, I gotta show people that I can do what I do best, and I just need the opportunity to be able to show people.
Yeah, it's difficult. Like you don't want to work in Ring of Honor and be stuck. Like
I think you would do great
doing shit all but being paid, I guess, or maybe you do, but then you don't want to get stuck in TNA where like basically WWE's in control of you, anyways. So it's tough. It's hard out here for a pimp, and I hope Nixon Newell, Tegan Knox gets picked up sooner or later. By someone somewhere, someday, somehow, gonna make it all right, but not right now. Nickelback fans, no? So Brian Cage undergoes knee replacement surgery. There you go. Shout him out. And hopefully he has a good, speedy recovery. Andrew Zarian on the Max number says they are not getting 500K live viewers on Max. That isn't a factual number. People on the sales side would be doing backflips if that were the case. So why the fuck, when I said that exact same shit, they'd be doing backflips? Why the fuck, when I say that same shit, however long ago, I'm an asshole, I get attacked, you're just coping, da-da-da-da-da. Now these motherfuckers are saying it, and it's just fact, and we all have to accept it and own it. It's crazy, man. It was just obvious from the start they weren't doing those types of numbers. Jesus Christ, man. So Mercedes Monea, no, that's not it. Danhausen, his contract allegedly is up in July. And Ringside News asks, should AEW be doing more with Danhausen, or is it time for him to move on? He needs to get the fuck out of there and go to NXT and get rich. They'll make him so rich. Shawn Michaels would make him so rich, bro, in NXT and TNA and floating around. And like dudes who paint their faces and do masks, like I said earlier with Jonathan Gresham, let him do the octopus and wrestle in AAA. Fucking do it, man. It'll work. It'll get over. Or when you do those like cross promoted style shows, right? But yeah, Danhausen needs to run as fast as he can. You know, Punk's gonna put in a word, do everything he can. They're gonna sell billions of those masks, not billions, maybe, but millions. Yeah, dude, they need to get his ass to NXT, and he needs to go to NXT. He does. But not saying he could never make it to main roster, but he'd be perfect as like a TNA NXT floater type guy. He would get so over. Shout out Danhausen. Okay, so All Out Toronto update 7.8K tickets crossed. So again, man, hopefully they fill her up. I don't know anybody going to this shit though. I gotta be honest. Moving along here. All in Texas, they laid out their schedule here. So Wednesday Dynamite at the Curtis Culwell Center in Garland. Thursday is Collision at the Curtis Culwell in Garland. So I think that will air on Thursday as well. Friday and Saturday is Starcast Texas in Arlington. Propane and propane accessories. And then Friday is Supercard of Honor at the Esports Stadium in Arlington. And then Globe Life Field in Arlington is all in Texas. So it's a whole week. Good on them making it like an all-in week and shit. Again, they're just trying to WWE it up more, and people are gonna have to get used to that. That's the future of AEW. If they want to survive like in this climate, they have to WWE and sports entertain it up more. So Taya, you know, I've been covering on this show, man, some of these wrestlers that I like, Deonna Purrazzo and Taya Valkyrie, and some of these other AEW ladies, as of late, Queen Aminata, Mariah May, Blake Monroe before she left, you know, they're responding to fans like a little disgruntled. And Taya and Deonna specifically, they get asked like, what happened to you guys? Why aren't you on TV? We're excited to see you. And then they respond with like, I'm doing a podcast. I'm recording an album. I'm fucking doing this. I do AEW's travel vlog show. I da-da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, well, that isn't the way to really get across to fans, is like, I'm actually so busy and doing all this shit. Keep up, right? That's what Deonna said. I just climbed the World Trade Center or whatever the fucking monument, or whatever that building is, the monument there. Sorry, I know I'm botching the name. I'm a Canuck over here. I did the 104 stories, and then I did this, and I got my doctorate, and or whatever the fuck. She's like, keep up. And it's like, well, that's not how you promote people to come watch you. Like, we saw that you guys were going to be a team. First off, you came in as individuals. We were hype. Nothing came of it. Then you were put together as a team. Everyone got hype. Nothing came of it. And then now you're just in Ring of Honor and in a Pures Championship, and Taya's doing these videos. So again, instead of being just a negative, shitty poo pants, what does your boy Phil do? We go optimistic, bro, and we go, listen, okay, Taya's saying keep up and let's check it out. Let's check out her fucking travel thing for AEW. Let's check it out. I think we watched one of them before. It's not as over as Ren's Day, obviously, chat, but we're going to do it. Let's fucking actually give it a shot. I told you guys before, you know, like no one's watching Ring of Honor. So I'm sorry, Deonna Purrazzo, but no one's going to see you there. I'm sorry. Same with Taya. She's like, I'm doing this podcast. I looked up the hits. There was like 48 or something. And I'm not shitting on that. I go and check out her podcast. I forget what it's called, but go and check it out. And we're going to actually do our diligence here at PWT. We're going to watch her travel vlog for AEW, see what it's all about, and judge for ourselves. And maybe this becomes a weekly AEW. I'd love to do a weekly Harley Cameron thing. I was trying to do that, but it's inconsistent. So I don't know if every city or town they go to, she does one of these. So when they're in Texas, does she do one for each town? Does that mean there's only one of these per, or is there one? I don't know, but let's check it out and give it a fair shake.
Hello, AEW fans. Today we find ourselves at 1 mile above sea level in the Mile High City, a city that has sports teams like the Broncos, the Avalanche, the Rockies. It has over 300 days of sunshine a year and one of the most walkable downtowns in all of the U.S. This is Denver, Colorado. So come along with me. Let's take a look around. This is Making Towns.
Okay, so far, so good. I mean, it's just a vlog, but it's not like overly original or anything, you know, but it is what it is. And this music will probably get me too.
The Denver Art Museum is as much known for its angular architecture as it is for its world-class collection. Everything from Native American masterpieces to contemporary installations, it has everything hand-picked to spark conversation and curiosity. From interactive exhibitions to family-friendly spaces, this museum has everything for an art lover, and all in the heart of the city.
Chat, do I be honest and dissect this? From a production standpoint, or listen, you're wearing glasses. Chat, are you gonna make me do it? Someone get her some water. Am I the only one who hears that? You know, let's just listen for a sec.
Conversation and curiosity. From interactive exhibitions to family-friendly spaces, this museum has everything.
Who wrote this? It doesn't seem natural, or like she wrote it. Did you not go over your lines? It sounds like maybe ChatGPT wrote this and then you just quickly tweaked it. And like as far as the lines you're saying, it just seems like you didn't. I don't know.
For an art
Are you even interested in this?
and all in the heart of the city.
I get it's just a vlog too. We're not trying to go all out, and there's decent editing on this, but.
Commerce Square is the birthplace of Denver, dating back to when the city took root in the 1800s during the Gold Rush. Originally, these streets were lined with trading posts and saloons, and now these restored Victorian buildings house shops, galleries, and tons of restaurants. Walking along these cobblestone sidewalks underneath the classic flags and facades, you'll get a true feeling of Denver's frontier spirit, all now mixed with modern sophistication. Welcome to Union Station. Union Station is where historical charm meets modern city life. Originally opened in 1881, this fully restored historical landmark is now a hub for shopping, dining, and of course, travel. So whether you're meeting friends for brunch or catching a train to the airport, Union Station is truly the heart.
Yeah, is everyone sleeping yet? Or anyways, so don't think we'll be doing that again, chat. Moving along. So AEW presents All Out September 20th in Toronto. Yeah, 7.8K tickets. They're set up for 9K. Good for them. There's a little ticket update for you guys. So Lady Frost says a 9-year chapter officially comes to a close. Thankful for all of the memories. Thanks for the memories, even though they weren't so good. It tastes like it, but sweeter. Lessons in great tag teaming as well. I am now a divorced Frost. Please be respectful of our privacy. Well, God bless you. You put it out there, though, so now people aren't gonna be. You know how these fucking sickos are, dude. Yeah, I don't know. I'm now a divorced Frost. Well, God bless you. I hope you're happy and doing well. So, All In tickets, the premium floor seat, first 5 rows, commemorative chair, exclusive access to Germania Club pre-show appearances by AEW stars, pre-show ringside photos with championship belts, AEW VIP credential, complimentary seat to Friday, July 2, ROH premium merch pack, AEW VIP concierge representative, dedicated early entrance, crowd free shopping, superstore fast pass, $1,350. And it's like, damn, man, you guys don't draw like that. There's no demand for tickets that expensive. What the fuck are you doing? You're not TKO. Just be AEW, man. Jesus Christ. Yet they're padding the house, and I can get a free ticket if I just walk around somewhere in the city that day. You'll just let me in for free, but I gotta pay. You want me to pay $1,350 for that? What the fuck? I'll just hop the barricade and take a picture with the belts or whatever. How would they even know? After being released from WWE, Jakara Jackson says she is open to joining AEW, just like the other ladies we've covered on the show. Jakara, Mara, Sade also would join AEW, only on one condition, though. She needs a proper story, so you know that ain't going to happen. She says, I feel like there's so many great options, AEW, if I were to have a story, but I do believe I got to build to that. I need to show people what I'm about. Yeah, she's going to stand out, and I think we'll see her back in WWE one day. I truly believe that. So Kevin Kelly and the Tate twins dispute against AEW will go to arbitration. So Judge Harvey Schlesinger grants AEW's motion. Schlesinger, I barely know her. Arbitration. Okay, he moved to compel arbitration, citing the arbitration clauses in the plaintiffs' talent contracts. Tony Khan and Ian Riccaboni are also named defendants in the case. So I wish Dose was here. He was actually supposed to come on, but it was like a last-minute thing, or he wasn't supposed to. I asked him to last minute, and he was unable to, which is totally fine, but that would be awesome if he'd be here to explain this a little bit. But defendant's motion to compel arbitration, and he was going to talk about the numbers there as well, but all good. I can get him back on another time. And dismiss this action is granted to the extent that it seeks to compel arbitration, and denied to the extent that it seeks to dismiss the action, and the parties blah 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 fucking blah. There you go, chat. That's the next new. I was wondering this the other show. I was like, yeah, the Tate twins and Kevin Kelly. Hopefully, we'll get an update soon. There you go. There was our update. Jim Cornette says that Lio Rush would be one of the hottest managers in the history of the goddamn wrestling business if I was the booker. And yeah, he's just reminiscing on Leo's old stuff with Lashley and just talking about how he would be. I'd make him one of the hottest managers, and it's true.
Thank you, fuck you, bye, boom.
Jim would. He would book him well, dude. It's Wednesday, and AEW are in Portland for Summer Blockbuster. 3.2K tickets are sold for this building. So here you go. I had the answers. It is at the Moda Center, but in the Theater of the Clouds configuration. Had the demand been there, they could have been up to 6,000 tickets, but again, no demand. AEW Ticket Map does good shit. But again, I see people calling him like he's a shill, or he just gets his shit from Wrestle Ticks. So it's like, I don't give a fuck, man. As long as people are giving the history, and that didn't seem like he's being biased. I don't even think Wrestle Ticks is biased, just he used to be AEW Ticks, so he switched to Wrestle Ticks. Now some people have accused him of bias, but the thing is like he just made a smart business pivot, if you ask me, right? Like AEW tickets, no one cares about that because they don't sell a lot, but WWE, they're doing like astronomical shit, so why wouldn't you pivot? It makes sense to me. Alex Sherman, the generic version. No. That's funny. I like when I pop myself. The new WBD Global Networks. You sound like Eric Sermon, the generic version. Alex Sherman. Come on now. Who's with me, chat? The new WBD Global Networks company will consider over time the best place for sports to reside. WBD CEO David Zaslav says sports has never really been a driver for HBO Max. Sounds like a future strategy shift there. No shit. AEW are doing a promotion with a local Seattle indie, Defy. You use the code VORTEXBUY175 at the checkout when buying a ticket to their Vortex show. I'll retweet this, and hopefully people buy some fucking tickets and shit. Buying tickets to their Vortex show on June 13 and get a code for 75%. 75. This is what I mean. God, I've seen this happen in like indie comics and shit. I've seen this happen in like different shit where it would be hard to explain. You guys wouldn't know what I'm even talking about, but you just devalued your show by 75%. What does that tell the people who didn't buy their tickets this way? What the fuck does that tell them? That means the real value of your shit is this. Just downscale, downsize the company. Just do small buildings, residencies, and don't try and do these fucking big shows. Do them once every 3 or 4 months. What is the point of it? You're just slapping fans in the face, and no one else looks at it this way. They do fan service. No, they fucking don't. This is like ridiculous. What if you didn't get your tickets this way? And I get it. It's a good deal, but 75%? Whoa, that's like a lot, man. That's like means you just marked down your fucking whole thing is worth 75% less than why not just make the tickets cheaper for everyone? The fuck, man. What's with this $13.50 package like you're doing fucking WrestleMania week and you got fucking Cody Rhodes on your roster? So AEW, yeah, we read it. There's 75%. I mean, shout them out. I hope people buy tickets and use that code, but like, what does that really tell you about the value of those tickets? It's fucking crazy, man. I get like a one-time sale. Is Seattle really not like they're doing that bad in Seattle? That, ladies and gentlemen, was AEW
Best guys,
news.
Tony Khan.